Hi, yes, and good evening. It's Briarfire here. How's everybody doing today? I know I've put out a couple of videos over the last few days. It's because I'm off this week and kind of just wanted to get back in the groove of things by showing my face a little bit more. After last night's debacle with that with that crummy tobacco, at least in my opinion, anyway, that truce was just wasn't having it. So I figured tonight what I would do is I'd talk about actually something that really is good that I enjoy that maybe some of you haven't tried yet. And it's by a company called Sutliff. Sutliff Private Stock, which, if I'm correct, is owned by Sutliffs. But it's a company that's been, Henry Sutliff, I think, started this company like 160 years ago out in San Francisco. Actually, it may have been maybe 1840s, 1850s. I think it was around the time of the gold rush that was going on out there. And I think he initially started, he had like 19 blends that he started with, which caught on rapidly, and he was a big success out there. Then he decided about maybe 20 years after he had opened to move another shop further east, towards where the tobacco trade was. But in any case, what I want to talk to you tonight, one of the blends is called Spinnaker. And it's a burley and black Cavendish with a delightful mixture of sweet and tart. Let's see if I can show you that. Now, kind of a funny name, Spinnaker. It's a nautical term for those of you that are familiar with it. It has to do with the mast and the sail being attached to it and opening all the colors, and somewhere along that lines. But I have to. This is now the second can that I've gotten of this, and I opened this last night because I really I couldn't wait. But man, when I tell you the aroma that comes from this can, it's very sweet, and it does have a little bit of a tartness to it. I don't know if I have a light here. Maybe it might not be bright enough to show you, but let's see. You can see in there what it looks like. This, if I had to describe what it smells like, it's mildly moist. But if I had to describe the smell, I would say it's like a fruity vanilla bourbon, some kind of tart. As an aromatic smoker, it's just incredible. And if you've tried any of their other blends before, like Molto Dolce, it's just an incredible smell. God, the room note is just unimaginable from this tobacco. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack my bowl, have a little smoke here, and while I'm packing my bowl, Sutliff has, or should I say Sutliffs, really has brought back a lot of older blends and marketed them under Sutliff's name. A lot of older tobacco blends, and some newer ones. I mean, you know, they have a blend called Navigator, which is supposed to be a knockoff of Argosy Black. Westminster, which is again a copy of like London Mixture. Sunrise, which is supposed to be early morning pipe. And they're all, I have to say, all really good and on the mark. I'm going to smoke this in, this is one of my custom builds. Let's see that. It's probably too dark in here anyway, but so I get the fan going, so it's not helping me much with the lighting, just like yesterday when I was having problems. Now I want to say, upon lighting this up, the Cavendish that's used in here shines right through. You know, again, I'm not one really to do reviews. I really don't like doing them because they're so, you know, what I like, it may not be what you like, you know, it may not be what somebody else likes. So I really try to keep my personal opinions to myself about the tobaccos that I smoke. But sometimes, you know, when you're just when you like aromatics, if you're an aromatic smoker, this is definitely a blend to try, and if not a brand in general, to try any of them. And usually, what I found out recently from ordering is a lot of places do buy one get one free. It's usually 20 bucks for 2 cans, and these are 1.5 ounces, but I would say well worth it. There's only a few that I haven't tried yet in their series, but this one really is good. The Molto Dolce is excellent. Again, if you like aromatics, very good. This one was approved by my wife, even though she won't let me smoke in the house, and I do sometimes, so don't tell her that. But the scent is just, the room note is overwhelming. Now there is actually, for an aromatic, there is some sweetness taste-wise that you get from it, especially if you let it linger a little bit. And you know how, usually there's that anomaly where you can't, usually once you light up, you can't smell the aroma from what you're smoking as far as aromatics. With this, you definitely get a hint here and there of that Cavendish. That's that vanilla bourbon, and I can't put my finger on it of what it smells like. If you've ever been to a real Italian bakery, and ever had any biscottis or biscottis, those are the cookies that are kind of crescent shaped. Sometimes they have almonds on them. Kind of has a stronger smell like that. You know, I really can't put my finger on it. You know, it also smells like sangria sometimes, like red sangria, but it's really good. I would highly recommend this to any aromatic smoker. As far as that Troost, I figured out I wasn't going to mix it with something else, and then I said, you know what, maybe I'll send it to somebody who might like it. So what I did was I put it in a package, and I sent it to a friend of mine, another person who's in the YouTube community. Maybe in a couple days when they get it, they'll open it up and maybe they'll enjoy it, I hope. Man, this is really good. Well, with the fan going and it being just a little moist, I should have let it sit out open for a little longer. It only sat out for about an hour. Usually Sutliff, their stuff does come more on the moist side, so you usually have to let it sit out maybe about 3 or 4 hours. I usually set it out either on the windowsill or in front of the fan. But alright guys, well, I was destined trying to make a quick video, but I guess not. I don't know how far along this is now. It's got to be at like the 12-15 minute mark, who knows. But without boring you anymore, just want to say everybody take care and have a good night. See you guys later. Bye now.